All right, fig lovers, it's Ross the Fig Boss. Welcome back to another video. I wanted to announce that coming up here very soon, when my trees start to go dormant, I'm gonna have some fig trees for sale on my blog, figboss.com. If you're interested, check it out, link in the description. Now, today's video is gonna be about protecting your fig trees. It's probably the most important thing you can do for your fig tree if it's not fruiting, or if it's fruiting, but the fruit is being produced too late in the season and they're not ripening in time. If you don't actually protect it and protect it properly this winter, you wasted your whole growing season next year. If they do die all the way to the ground and have to re-sprout from the base in the spring, it's a much higher chance that your fig tree will not fruit. If it does, it will ripen a lot later. Just think about it. Do other fruit trees die all the way to the ground and then actually have the ability to fruit? So how do we actually protect a fig tree? There's a number of ways. One of the major ways is actually wrapping a fig tree. People will actually bring the branches together and then they will tie them up really closely and then wrap that whole thing with burlap and then a tarp. So wrapping is a good method. My issue with it is that it's more work than what we're gonna do today, and it actually doesn't always work. In fact, it's just not 100% foolproof. I would venture to say about 40% of you have tried wrapping your fig tree and it didn't work. So today is actually 100% foolproof, the method that we're gonna use. And I would argue that you can actually use this method in a much colder growing zone. So let's get started. What do we need actually for today's job? These are 9-inch galvanized steel rods that allow us to pin the branches of our fig tree to the ground. I'll put a link to this in the description. We also need cardboard. Everyone's got cardboard, come on. And then the last thing we need is mulch. We can use straw, wood chips. If you guys get the wood chips delivered through Chip Drop, it's very inexpensive. Or you can use grass clippings. These are just weeds. Just make sure whatever material you use, it's gonna cover the cardboard really well. You can also use housing insulation, blankets, concrete blankets are even better. Anything that's going to be insulative. What we're trying to accomplish today is we're gonna take the branches of our fig tree, we're gonna bend it all the way to the ground, use one of our staples here, pin it to the ground, then we're gonna cover it with cardboard, and then we're gonna cover it every inch of that with the mulch. But if the air is 0 degrees, you can bet the ground is a lot warmer and heat radiates up. So all we have to do is trap that heat, insulate that heat, and we have a protected fig tree. All right, so let's demonstrate the technique now. First, we're gonna begin by selecting the branch that we would like to protect. If you have a number of trunks down here at the base, that's okay. You can protect all of them, or you can just protect one of them. What's important is we protect the base, the roots of the tree, as well as at least one of the branches. So we're gonna select this one and we're gonna bend it in the direction that it's already growing in. So it's growing out this way. We're gonna pin it to the ground and we're gonna take our garden staple and we're gonna pin it to the ground like so. Now I'm gonna take my cardboard. Again, we're gonna cover not just the trunk here, but we're also gonna cover the base of the tree. Let's assume this other trunk is not here. I would probably extend this a little bit out more to the right, to my right. Now we're gonna take the mulch and we're just gonna lay it over top. And we're gonna pack this on as much as possible. The reason for this is we really don't want any air to get underneath the cardboard. We also don't want any of this to blow away. So we wanna make sure that this material is not gonna dry out and blow away. We also don't wanna make sure it's gonna break down. It's gotta be insulative enough. The more material, the better. It's not gonna harm your tree. Now, in terms of timing, when do you actually cover and protect your fig tree? You have to wait until your tree is dormant. So this tree has leaves on it. It's still actually growing here at the top. You do not want to protect this tree just now. This is just for demonstration purposes. The leaves should be falling off the tree and there should be no leaf material left. So usually for me here in the Philadelphia area, that's about December 15th. And then let's assume it's now March 1st, March 15th, when spring has really officially started. started here. This is gonna warm up actually too much, and we could create a scenario where the tree is too hot and the bark molds and rots. We're gonna move this away. Look how easy that was. We're gonna take the staple up here out of the ground, plop it back up. Maybe I get myself a nice steak, and our fig tree is ready for the springtime. So that was today's demonstration. I know it's that easy. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me. We'll catch you for the next video. Take care.